I want to let you guys in on a little secret. It only takes about 10 minutes to build a website these days, so I'm going to show you guys how to build a website the lazy way in just 10 minutes using AI. We're going to set up our domain name and web hosting first because you need those in order to have a website accessible online. Next, we're going to use a single AI prompt to build your entire website. And then finally, I'll show you guys how to customize your website after AI builds it for you. And that's it. Bear with me for 10 minutes and I'm going to show you guys how to have a website up and running with little to no effort at all. We're going to start with getting a domain name and web hosting, since these are the two requirements to building a website. A domain name is just the address to your website. It's what people will enter into the search bar to find your site. So something like yourwebsite.com. Now, web hosting, on the other hand, is just renting space on a server that's connected to the internet. Now, there are web hosting companies that exist all over the world, and they have buildings full of these servers that are connected to the internet. Now, you guys can sign up for a plan with them and rent space on one of those servers so that your website is accessible online. It's pretty similar to signing up with a phone provider. The domain name is like your phone number, and web hosting is like getting service with Verizon or T-Mobile or someone like that. Out of all of the hosting providers out there, we recommend Hostinger on this channel because, in our opinion, they're the absolute best. They provide the most affordable hosting at competitive prices, and their customer service is top tier. Not to mention their tech support is always eager to help you out. If you want to sign up for web hosting today and get a custom domain name to build your website so that you guys can follow along with me in this tutorial, go ahead and click on that first link that's down in the description, or you can go to creativeprowebsite.com/hostinger, and it'll take you to our special co-branded landing page that we have with them. From here, we can scroll down to see 3 different plans that they have available for you. I actually wanted to mention that if you go over to Hostinger's homepage, you'll see that they have a massive sale going on right now where you guys can sign up for 79% off of the premium plan and 74% off of their business plan. But if you come back to the link that you use from my description, you'll see that you get an even bigger percentage off. I recommend the premium plan or the business plan because you get a ton of included features for the affordable price that you pay. You have their unlimited free SSL certificate included in the hosting plan, which is the encryption for your website. You also get a free domain name included in the premium and business package, which is a huge bonus. You don't have to purchase a domain name separately. You've also got unlimited bandwidth for your website, which means they're not going to limit your website's traffic or how many visitors your website can have at the same time. And there's so much more. Now, you guys can go ahead and make your own decision, but I'm going to go ahead and select the business plan and just move on. Next, you get to choose the period, basically how often you guys make your payments. I'm going to choose every 12 months and then scroll on down to the payment section. Now, also included in the business web hosting plan, you have daily backups of your website. So if your site ever gets corrupted or you accidentally delete something, you have backups of your entire website for free. You also get your free domain name included, which is usually around $10. You also have domain privacy protection, which means that they're going to protect your personal information, like your phone number or your email, from telemarketers and solicitors. And then you also have a setup fee waived. Also, just a heads up, make sure my coupon code is applied down here. This is how you're going to get that massive discount on your hosting plan. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in my credit card information, and I'll see you guys on the next screen. Now, this is the hosting setup screen. I'm going to go ahead and click on Start Now, and from here, I get to choose if I want to create a new website or not. Next, I'm going to choose Hostinger Builder with AI. I get to choose the free domain name that's included in our hosting plan. I also always recommend using a .com because it's the most common and the most professional looking. After that, I'm going to click on Continue and then finish the registration. And finally, we can click on Start Creating. Now, this is the AI prompt that I mentioned in the intro of the video. We only need to fill out this single AI prompt, and then we can move on to customizing the site after AI has already built it for us. You'll see that it's really easy to fill out. You have to enter in your brand name, which is basically the name of your business. Next, you have the website type, which is where you can choose between an online store, a blog, a business showcase website, a portfolio, a landing page, and other. And don't worry, if you're planning on building a business showcase website right now, but you want to eventually create a blog or an online store, you can always add the blog functionality or the online store functionality to your website later on, so don't even worry. After that, you have to enter in your website description. Basically, just write out a couple sentences describing your business and what you do. If you're not sure what to write, they have an example already in the box as a placeholder. You can also click right here to see another example. And if you're too lazy to even write out a description, you can even use AI to do that for you as well. You can just jump over to a new tab and have ChatGPT write something up for you like this. After you write out your business description, you can go down and add some personalization settings, which are obviously optional. You can choose the overall style of the website, which personally I always go with minimalistic, but you guys can choose what you want here. They have minimalistic, modern elegance, and cosmic vibe. And then you can also click on Surprise Me. And right below that, you have the color option, which is where you can either have AI choose the colors on its own, or you can select your own color palette, which is what I personally recommend to obviously match the same accent color that you have chosen for your business, especially if you already have a logo. All right, now that you guys have finished the AI prompt, you can click on Create Website. Once AI has finished building your website, you guys can go ahead and preview it now. You'll see that AI has already built the structure of your website as as well as filled it with a bunch of text content and images that are relevant to the business that you describe, which is pretty incredible if you ask me. Obviously, the more information you give, the better the results are going to be when the website is built. If you don't give the AI too much information, you might have to come back here and make more changes afterwards. Obviously, AI isn't perfect, and you always want to double check what it writes for you anyways. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into customizing the website. Okay, welcome to the Hostinger website builder. I would say that this web builder is just as easy to use, if not easier, than Elementor. Over here on the left-hand side, you can click on this button right here and you'll expand the menu. You'll see that you have a bunch of different options here over on the left-hand side. On the top admin bar, you have options to switch to your mobile responsive mode, preview your website, and you can also publish your website live onto the internet. Right now, you're just temporarily editing an offline version of your website. And then obviously on the right-hand side of your screen, you have the website preview where you can see all of the changes that you're making to the website as you make them. A website is basically just a bunch of pictures and text, so let's talk about how you guys can change those first. If you ever want to change text on your website, all you have to do is click on it and then click on Edit Text, and you're able to literally type directly on your screen. And up above that, you'll see the menu hovering over the text that you're editing, where you can change the stylization of the text as well as the text color. If you want to change the position of your text, all you have to do is click and drag on it and then move it anywhere inside of the boundaries like this. If you want to change the alignment of your text to the center or to the left or to the right, you would just click on the Edit Text button and then change the alignment right here. You also always have the option to use the AI Writer tool whenever you're editing text anywhere on your website. This is basically the equivalent of having ChatGPT integrated into your website. All you have to do is tell it what to write for you and then it'll do the rest. If you want to edit a button, just click on it and then click on Edit Button. If you want to change the link address for this button, you can do it here. This is where the button will take you when you click on it. And then you can also choose if you want to open it on a new tab or not. If you want to change the style of the button, you can click on the Style tab. From here, you can change the background color as well as the font color and the font size and things like that. You can also mess around with the border settings to round the edges off or to square them out if you want. And the last tab you have is the Animation tab, where you guys can choose if you want it to fade, slide, or scale into position whenever you scroll through the website. If you want to change a picture on your website, all you have to do is click on it and then click on Edit Image. From here, you can replace the image by clicking on Replace Image like this. Afterward, you can just click on the purple Upload Files button and then upload the picture from your computer. If you want to round the edges of your image, you can also click on the Style tab. Under the Action tab, you can choose what happens when someone clicks on the image. Do you want it to open the image as a full screen preview, or do you want to embed a link behind the image? You can also choose to add a shape or an animation to the image as well. If you want to change the background of a section on your website, you can just click on the section like this and then click on Edit Section. From here, you can choose to have a background color like this or an image like this. The Hostinger website builder makes it really easy to edit your website. Anytime you want to change a new element on your website, just click on it and then you can literally just click on Edit whatever that is. If you ever want to add a new element to your website, you can just open up the menu on the left-hand side of your website and then click on Add Element. From here, you can choose from pictures and text and buttons and images and so much more. And all you have to do is just drag them directly into position on your website wherever you want, like this. If you ever want to edit your navigation menu or any of the pages on your website, you can just click on the Pages and Navigation tab on the left-hand menu. From here, you can reorder the menu like this. And you can also add new pages to your website by clicking on the Add Page button at the bottom of the menu like this. You can choose a template, or you can create an empty page, and now the new page is showing on your website. If you want to edit the header of your website, you can click on the header and then click on Edit Header. From here, you can add a logo to your website as well as just adjust the style of your header like this. Now, the same thing applies to the footer. Click on the footer and then you can click on Edit Section, and then you can just adjust the footer as you please. Now, if you guys wanted to add a blog to your website or an online store, you can just click on the blog button or the online store tab, just like this on the left-hand side menu, and then click on Start a Blog or Add Store. Once you've customized your website to your liking, you can finally preview the website and then publish it live on the internet. Whenever you want to preview your website, you can see what it looks like on full screen by going up here to the top right corner and then click on Preview. This will open up a preview of your website as if you were visiting it for the first time. You can fully interact with everything on your website as well as view all of the pages. If everything looks good, it's time to publish your website. From the Hostinger website builder, you can click on the Go Live button in the top right corner and you will now see that your website is live on the internet. Now, this tutorial is great for learning how to build a website as fast and simple as possible. However, if you want to watch a complete tutorial where I show you guys step by step how to build a website using the same Hostinger website builder that we used in this video, then go ahead and check out this video right here where I walk you through the entire design process and I show you guys how to use Hostinger's website builder to its fullest capability. This tutorial is much more in depth, being a little over an hour long, and I get to show you guys how to change every aspect of your website, including the header and footer, as well as how to create a logo for your website for free and so much more. You won't want to miss missed everything I cover in this video. So I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one.